Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict, right? And as you can tell by today's thumbnail, yes, indeed, Modesto's own Scott Peterson. Some breaking news. It happened today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Today, it went down. Updates, breaking news, Scott Peterson. Most of us know who he is. For those of you that don't even know who this baboso is, I'm going to give you a quick brief summarization of his case, what happened then and what happened now as in today, just a little while ago. Now, trip out. I remember his case was broadcasted all over the Valle. Now, me being from Merced, the 209 area, the Central Valley, Modesto was just a hop, skip, and a jump away, and I now call it home. So Modesto's always been an intricate part, played an intricate part into my life. My father being from there, having several family members from there, so ingrained, flags planted, Modesto. We've been there, done that. And quietly as it's kept, Lacey Peterson and Scott Peterson, that was his wife, now resting in peace, only lived a few houses down from my father. So the case had a big impact into my life. Now, I remember when it all went down, everybody was tripping. Now, growing up, going to the penitentiary, going to prison through YA, through just several different things, I got to know the law a little bit. And I got to come to find out that if they want you guilty, so I'm scared, you're going to be guilty. It's going to be a hard fight, a hard road back. More than likely, you're going to get found guilty, and then you got to fight your way back through the legal law library, through the system, get you a lawyers, some advocate offices, something. You need something to help you. It's hard to do it on your own. Everybody needs somebody. And in Scott Peterson's case, it seemed like, and I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist because everyone tells me, you don't know what, trip out. The vato, all fingers, all eyes on me. All fingers were pointed at him right from Jump Street. Right from the rip, the vato was presumed guilty before innocence. Right? And I've always thought about that. Hey, anything you say can and will be held against you. Okay, what I did. You're presumed innocent till guilty. Is that right? Then why are you taking me to jail? If I'm innocent, take me to jail when I'm guilty. Not when I'm innocent. No, we're going to hold you there until we find you guilty. That just doesn't seem right. But it happens. But of course, we didn't know all the details until it played out in court. What was going on between him and Lacey, the affairs, the things that allegedly he was doing behind her back that led to her demise, as well as her son. She was pregnant with a kid that they named Connor. And of course, he was deceased too. He was murdered. It was not a good look. Of course, when it's a woman and a baby, she's pregnant, Sasuke, there's going to be hell to pay. And someone's going to pay. And usually it's the husband, the boyfriend, the significant other, the neighbor who's fucking jacking off. It's going to be somebody in the area. Usually it's somebody you know who does it to you. It's hardly ever just fucking a coincidence, just someone riding down the street that sees Lacey walking a dog, right? But in this case, there was some chance that it could have been. See, there was a lot of different witness testimony. There was a lot of witnesses that weren't able to speak their part. There was a lady that said she's seen a white van in that area after Scott was already fishing in San Francisco Bay. So the brief summarization of his case is, of course, he was having an affair with the chick from Fresno. She flipped on him and said that he was talking about leaving Lacey. He would do anything for her. I think the babosa's name was Amber something. Amber Frey. I forget. It's been years. But she smutted him up pretty bad on the stand, made him look like this notorious guy. Right now, I'm not here to condone if he's a child killer. If he did do that to his wife, then fucking go to hell, right? But that's his thing. He has to suffer through that every day. He has to look in the mirror. But he contended and always stood his stance 10 toes down for his innocence. Of course, the case was very big. It was broadcasted nationwide. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody in Modesto was paying attention. Everyone in Merced was like, damn, Spence on Modesto, right? It was a bad look. This vato supposedly said he was out fishing in the San Francisco Bay Area, so he could not have did that to his wife, and that he would not do that to his wife, that he was planning on leaving her. There was friction in the household. They weren't getting along, so they weren't seeing eye to eye, and he was going to bounce anyways with this chick from Fresno, right? The chick from Fresno said that she seen him. He would get angry, this and that, and beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Whatever she said, it fucking did him dirty, right? He contended, Charlie, I was fishing. I was on a fishing trip. I was just trying to get my fucking tuna on, and that was it. I was trying to get my tuna tacos. Yay, yay. That's what he was trying to do. Supposedly, people said that they seen Lacey walking her dog. after he was already gone fishing. One lady said she seen a couple individuals in a van kind of circling the area. So people started to speculate maybe he had her hit. Maybe it was a murder for hire. Maybe this is what was his ultimate plan. Get an alibi, go out there to the bay, and in the valley, it's wiggling, right? And that could be the case. One never knows, does one. The only one that will ever know that is Scott and whoever fucking did this shit to her, right? Or it could have just been Scott. He whacked her. He took her out to the Bay Area where she was found and dumped her and her unborn child into the ocean. Now, it's a big coincidence that he was on the water, she was found in the water. It's a big coincidence that people are saying that she disappeared, yet he was already gone and they seen other people in the area. Nobody knows. But whatever the case, something wasn't right and voices weren't heard because they just flipped today his case from a death row case where he was previously sentenced to death row to life without the possibility. That only tells me one thing. There's some skepticism there, or somebody in the trial messed up, whether it be the judge, the public defender, or the lawyer he had, the district attorney. Somebody made a mistake, right? Usually when you go up for an appeal and you're in prison and you're on death row, you might as well do your appeals. You got those coming. You got to exhaust all appeal action because, hey, you ain't got nothing else to do. You're sitting down anyways, waiting to be killed. So you have to fight the good fight to get back on out. And that goes for anybody. Even the weirdos are fighting for their rights, right? They shouldn't have none, but they're fighting for them anyways. It is what it is. But this particular guy has always contended that he's innocent, that he could not do that. Now, he's very emotionless. And when I say that, is he showed no emotion at the trial. He didn't cry, wasn't tripping, kind of just looked there like a statue, right? Maybe he was in shock, and you could say, oh, Bob also wasn't. Hey, he was in shock. Give him the benefit of the doubt, gun. Fuck him, straight up, whether he's guilty or not, because he's an act and in that fashion, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not here to say whether the Vato's guilty or not, but I'm saying it's mighty peculiar. Is that the word? Word of the day, peculiar. It's mighty peculiar and it's mighty just weird, man, that all of a sudden 17 years after he's sentenced to death, they would overturn it. Now it usually takes anywhere from 15 to 20 years to get this appeal going. And like I said, they might have messed up in the transcripts. Anything could happen. Someone could have farted during the trial. They said, smells bad. We're just trying to get out of here. Guilty, right? You just never know. But at the same time, this guy could possibly be innocent. We don't know. I watched the A&E special. I watched a special on, I think it was the History Channel or some fucking National Geo. It was some channel. I remember kicking back one day, kicked my feet up on the lazy boy. I was just feeling myself one time. I had me a little pistol. I was chilling like a villain. And I was watching it, and this Bob also popped up. And being from Modesto is where he's from. And me right there, Modesto, I felt that for another reason, I shouldn't change the channel and watch the Raider game. At least for the first quarter, because we're losing by then. This Vato, it had me thinking. I was like, damn, maybe he didn't do it, It seemed like her familia, who were a very well-off family and very well-known in the city of Modesto, right? Just automatically assumed because he was cheating on her that it was him. It seemed like the Placas didn't want to do their job and they automatically assumed, hey, we got this Vato, we got him right where we want him, and now we're going to eat him. I got you where I want you. You know what I mean? And boom. They just pointed their direction at him, pointed their investigation at him, and didn't really canvass the area and investigate properly like they should have. Now, this is just me giving my opinion, my perspective on certain situations, because for all I know, maybe they fucking did good, I don't know, right? But if they did that good, if it was that solid of a case, if it was that righteous, if it was that the foundation was there, then he wouldn't be getting his shit overturned 17 years later. Now, that was a hard 17. He brought him 17 solid, man. He sat on death row in San Quentin. He still resides in San Quentin right now. I'm sure he'll probably be shipped out from there. And I know this Vato's looked at as a trophy because he's still labeled a child killer. He's still got this notorious case. Of course, they're going to ship his punk ass to SNY. He's going to be over there because he got a whole lot of sensitive needs. Or does he? What if this man is innocent? What if this man really didn't do that? Is he guilty because he cheated on his old lady? Well, guess what? That makes most men guilty and most women, right? Yes, the man is guilty of not being faithful, not upholding his vows in marriage. So the girls are like, yeah, so put him on death row then. Now fuck that, right? So give him the benefit of the doubt. So he might not be guilty. They might know something they're not releasing to the public. They might know more than we do. That ain't right, Holmes. You know what I mean? They know a lot of things we know. We know Marines were getting fucking spears thrown at them by giants. We know there was UFOs right there. We know Bigfoot right there was having the duck with the mango salsa. We know that there's a lot of things going on that they just don't let us know. Okay? I'm not the voice to fucking throw it out there. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you got to give everyone their due process and their righteous due. And I think they jumped the gun on this case. Me, myself, I don't like to speculate. I like to keep it real. I like to stick to facts, right? Factual and actual is the way the gun rolls. Bang, bang. But at the same time, man, I'm not going to throw someone under the bus or just fucking assume they're guilty just based on some fucking hyena that felt played because he had an old lady that he didn't want to leave, feel some type of way, and slanders and smuts him up on stand, or because her parents automatically assume, oh, you cheated on our daughter? Oh, you gonna pay, motherfucker. Oh, you gonna pay, right? Nah. They get down and like that when you're dealing with someone's whole life. Now, I understand that these people lost a daughter and a grandson. You know, that's a sad situation. It's sad all the way around. Because imagine, this woman, say she's murdered by perfect strangers, right? Say her son, her unborn son, you know, he had no chance. Poor kid, that was it for him. He would be 17 to 18 years old now. And then the father gets arrested for it, and the Bible didn't even do it. He's like, oh, I was just trying to get some strange for a little piece of change. And here I am in San Quentin on death row. What a difference a fucking day makes, right? But because he showed no emotion, because he showed no caring, there was no remorse. But how can there be remorse for something you didn't do? I know me, I'd have been like, fuck no, I didn't do it. Okay, ding dong, the bitch is dead, but I didn't do it. My kid, oh shit. You know what I mean? I would have been sad. It would have been a bad situation. The emotions would have been like, they would have been like a roller coaster right there across from the crest, you know, where Jay Diggs. It would have been like that. It would have been like going up and down on a roller coaster. One doesn't know until one's put in that position. See, there's a lot of different positions in life people get put in, you know, and then they have to go do what they have to do at that particular point in time, what's ever beneficial for them, for their safety and security, and just for them in general. Right? There's a lot of people that can speculate and talk about it, but they've never been put in that position. About the worst position they've been put in is having to wait in a long-ass line at Walmart, and they're like, so hurry up, bitch. The chinitos always take forever. That's about it. That's the only position they've ever been put in. Or they're fucking Pep Boys trying to get an oil change, and the vato tells them, hey, we fucked up. We messed up your distributor cap. Did you? Well, how much is that going to cost? I'm going to run you $59.95. Okay, run it. Also, we popped one of your tires on the left side, but Spencer, we'll give you a rebate. You know what I mean? These are the positions that most people, common people, citizens are put in. And they're all fucking crying about that. Now imagine this guy's position if he's honestly not guilty. This man sat down in San Quentin on death row around a lot of notorious individuals for 17 plus years. Now, if he is guilty and he did that to his unborn child, verga. Give him the verga. Make sure you give him the palo a few times before you fucking throw him in the gas chamber. Just throw that motherfucker in there, lock him in there, and just turn off all the air and walk away. Or it's like, hey, in fact, stand there, watch it. You know what I mean? See him go do that. See him do the wormy dog, right? It doesn't matter because at that particular point in time, who gives a fuck? If he did anything to children, he deserves worse. You know? Just throw him in the Castro district homes and let him have at him. Throw him butt naked with a thong on in the Castro district and lock all the doors. But now he's on Gilligan's Island. The skipper to the millionaire con his wife. You know what I mean? He's the wife that day. Guaranteed. He's the power bottom. But this is what can happen. You know, if the man is not guilty, the Spence on la tira, pobre fucking, what's your name, Scott Peterson? I can't call it like an alcoholic. I just know that today, breaking news, like I said, his case was overturned and he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Still not a good life. He still got the LWOP, so now he needs to fight that. But obviously, there's something we don't know, something they're not putting out there, whether it be a discrepancy and they messed up in the transcripts or in the court. Like I said, someone could have fucking burped, and the judge said, oh shit, man, like I got Oscar, right? We need to end this. Get this motherfucker death, right? That could be the case, or this man really is innocent. Now, there's a lot of different witnesses that have different testimony. What they should have done is really dug deep. But this was such a big case. It was broadcasted nationwide. National news was on it. They had this motherfucker pegged for guilty right from the gate. I remember watching it like, oh, he's guilty. He did that shit. My primo was like, why? Fool, why you said? So look, hey, he was fishing. They found it. It's a wrap, Holmes. It's a wrap. You know what the cold part is? What? I bet you he didn't even get a bite. He didn't even get a bite that day. That was cold. He went out there fishing early in the morning all damn day. Didn't even get a bite. You know what I mean? Spencer, right? He was already guilty. No one cared about this individual's life. Okay, everyone looks at him as a monster. You know, any man that would have did that to their wife and their unborn child should be labeled a monster. You know, of course. Now, if she wasn't pregnant and he killed her, that's their own business. You know what I mean? Tit for tat, tat for tit. You know what I mean? Or he did that. Tat for a tit. You know what I mean? It's like that. But when a kid becomes involved, especially an unborn child, now we're talking differences. Now we're talking something just a little bit different. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on, I'm sure a lot of people are going to touch on it, talk about it. It's a big deal. We're going to make it happen. The Spencer, the homie was calling. Hey, breaking news, Scott Peterson's innocent. No, he isn't, but also he just got life without. Y'all hold. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Anyways, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. I'm going to drop this motherfucker right now today, the double two banger. You already know what it is, man. Hit that like and subscribe. If you don't like this, thumbs down. If you do, thumbs up. We will see this and watch how it plays out. I guarantee you something's happening that we're not being told. It's always like that, huh? We're the last ones to find out. Anyways, Raza, move fast with a purpose. Go out there, do it for your familia. If your lady's having an affair on you, you could call on Tyrone. He's probably doing it because he's from the Hoovers. You know what I mean? He's handling it like Melvin. If not, you know, and you're out there wiggling, spend something for your old lady. Someone's going to come through that. Sancho named Pancho. He's going to make it happen one of these days. Until then, man, go out there and get it for your familia. Stay faithful to your significant other, man. A good man needs a good woman. That's the backbone of the familia. You already know what it is. Christmas is coming, ¿sabes qué? If you want to shake her before you have to give her a present, that's cool too. Anyways, the gun. Bang, bang. Like and subscribe, gente. If you don't like it, thumbs down. It's cool. I ain't tripping. Thanks for the view.